Hello, I'm with a special guest, someone who will be of particular interest to those of you who are wardens, members of vestry, treasurers, church secretaries, lay people, clergy, rectors, vicars. This is someone who I think you want to meet, and what she has to share with us is something I think you want to use if you don't know about it already. Nancy Davidge, welcome to North Carolina.
Thank you very much, Bishop Curry. I'm really excited to be here and to share with you and the people in your diocese about ECF Vital Practices.
Now, ECF Vital Practices used to be something else.
It was something else.
What
It
was
was Vestry Papers, which was a subscription-based newsletter that many vestries, and I would expect many in your diocese, subscribe to. And just over a year ago, the Episcopal Church Foundation, which sponsors Vestry Papers, transformed it into a website so that now we have a much broader reach and really are out there and available to anyone, any person of faith who's interested in congregational leadership and what we like to think of as vital practices.
What are the kinds of things that are in it?
Well, what we do, I often say I have the best job in the church because I find out who's doing great stuff, and then I share it with everyone in the world. So we have stories about congregations that have been on the verge of death and have resurrected themselves. We have really practical things in terms of how to run a vestry meeting or things in the area of communications and social media, how to make sure that your parish website is all that it can be. We also do a lot relative to issues of conflict and change. So what strategies might you employ if you're finding that there's some divisiveness in your congregation? One of our most popular articles has to do with no more parking lot conversation. And really talks about ways that we can be much more intentional and honest in our time together and not, kind of doing things around the edges that probably are a little bit unhealthy.
So these are practical resources, sharing best practices, stories of congregations and how they've made their faith, put their faith into practice in practical, tangible ways.
Exactly. So we have articles, we have new blog posts every day, we have resources that you can download. So if, for example, a congregation was in a clergy search, you could go in and hit the clergy search tab, and you would then get all the articles, the blogs, and the resources related to that topic. One of the more popular ones is stewardship. And again, we take resources, some developed by the Episcopal Church Foundation, others that have been sent to us from congregations across the country. And again, every piece of content is tagged. So some of our themes are administration, building and grounds, communications is very popular, as I mentioned, stewardship. We also have a large amount of material that is in Spanish. So we have both original Spanish language content, we translate some of our articles into Spanish, and we have a growing number of resources in Spanish as well. We really hope that congregations will think of us when they're looking for resources and start with ECF Vital Practices. There's a lot there.
And all the information about it is included with this edition of Please Note.
Yes, and thank you very, very much.
You also hold office in a very important organization in our church. I want you to tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. I'm the president of the Episcopal Communicators Organization, which is an association of people who do communications work in the church, whether it's at the diocesan or the parish or organization or agency level. And we're really a collaborative where we share resources and ideas. It's a place where you can ask questions and get help and advice from other people doing the same work. We're a membership organization. Full membership is $80 a year. Associate member is $40 a year. And we're really hoping that parish communicators will join with us because it's a way to assist people who are really trying to get the word out about all the wonderful things that are happening in our congregations and doing it in a community of people doing similar work.
But just as a quick story that you and Sarah Herr, our communications person, were sharing before we did this taping, when we moved from a newspaper-based format to the Disciple magazine, many of the people that she consulted with to make that transition were these very Episcopal communicators.
Absolutely. And, we have a great listserv, and there's questions sometime as, seemingly simple as, what, right reverend, canon, what do all those things mean? To just yesterday, someone from another diocese offered some radio spots that her diocese had created to everyone to use. So there's just marvelous sharing of resources. It's a great organization.
Little boy brought 5 loaves of bread and 2 pieces of fish to Jesus.
Absolutely.
And Jesus fed 5,000 people.
Exactly. So between Episcopal communicators and ECF Vital Practices, we're really looking at how can we pool our gifts and talents and really turn around and share them with each other and with the world, and really respond to what God is calling us to do, which is to share our gifts with each other in praise of God.
Nancy, thank you for being with us.
Thank
Welcome to North Carolina.
Well, thank you for having me.
God bless you, and keep the faith.